Anyway, welcome to the stream. All is well. If you hear grumbling, I'm a little hungry, but I'll live with it. We're gonna play some Resident Evil. Leon! Ashley! Leon! Ashley! Volume's gonna sound a little low until things start happening. And then it's gonna be louder than anyone's eardrums can perceive, and we will all be deaf. But hope everyone's doing well. Here's the armory. The fuck? Wait a minute. What? Cool. This is a cool castle. Keeping hand grenades in treasure chests. So if anyone was wondering, this is what the TMP looks like. Yes, it's silly. Yes, it's very, very silly. You know what? This I'm gonna try with the mouse. See how, oh god, the sensitivity is crazy. This is now, I'm using the mouse now. What is happening? I mean, I did it, but I don't think I'll be using the mouse anymore. Thanks anyway. Ashley's like, really? Really? How do you have time for this, Leon? Really? You've been awarded 5 bottle caps. Yeah. Yeah, this is what happens.
Stand back!
They have like a little sound and everything.
Stand back! Stand back! Don't worry, Ashley. Don't worry, Ashley. Don't worry. Ada!
Aya!
Leon!
Yep. Yep, that's about right.
Leon!
Oh.
Leon, now! Leon, now! Leon, now! Leon!
What a game. Again, for how gory this game can be, you just don't expect... You just don't expect bottle caps and little action figures with sounds, but... By the TMP. No! I'm good. I kinda just want to leave Ashley here with the merchant. Dude's got enough weapons, he could protect her.
You alright?
I'm fine! Leave me alone!
Ashley, wait!
Oof. Watch this overly convenient trap.
Ashley!
What's going on?
Good thing Ashley was in the exact right spot for that to happen.
Oh no, Mr. Kennedy. It is I who will be coming for you.
What does that even mean?
I don't know.
We've jacked the line. We didn't want
And
to
I've
telling
jacked too.
everyone any unnecessary.
You know, Mr. Kennedy, I have a brother. His name is Luigi.
So this is how you can have aliens in a Resident Evil game. Just say that they're plague. They're like parasite plague aliens. Explains the film grain. Fuck. Ah. Oh! Holy shit. That is a brutal death for Mr. Kennedy.
You won't be needing your head where you're going, Leon.
I can't believe they have these, like, silly Zelda-esque treasure chests. Usually with things like grenades inside of them. And now, it is perfect and beautiful. And will sell for a lot of money. What does the merchant do with these things? Does he pawn them off to other people? Like, does he know collectors? I want to know about the merchant's backstory. Well, actually, I kind of don't. I don't, actually. Think about how many times we learn the backstory of something and it ends up being, like, either really disappointing or just lame. Maybe it's okay not to know some things.
These are midichlorians, Anakin.
Imagination can sometimes lead to a better story. If you give, you know, the audience member just enough to fill in the blanks for themselves, kind of like why I like Hollow Knight and Bloodborne so much. you know, give them a little bit. There's lore there, you can find it, but then some things are just more or less mysteries, and you get like a little bit, and you can fill in the blanks and then speculate on the rest of it. It's really... That's a really good way to do it. I like that. I like that. Did you ever see the Garth Brooks Facebook video? Well, I finally did it. I'm on Facebook. I like that. We're gonna continue the conversation. So I say, let the conversation begin. Hang on a second.
Well, I guess it's official. We're now on Facebook. I really wasn't sure about this at the start. But then a friend of mine said something that just made all kinds of sense. She said, think of it more as a conversation. I like that.
I like that.
But I'm already finding out on my own. So it's wiping the walls out between you and me. And I really like that.
Oh!
It allows us into each...
I really like that. Fucking H3 and Chris D'Elia were talking about this recently, which is... I never knew about this! It's so weird! It's so rehearsed and strange, and just watch the H3 podcast with Chris D'Elia. It's good. They cover this in detail, but I was losing my shit that this existed.
wiping the walls out between you and me. And I really like that.
What is
It
that?
allows us into each other's worlds, or I guess in my case, the hotel room.
So relatable, Garth.
When I think about things I want to post cool stuff, slick stuff, neat stuff. But most of the stuff I'm going to post is going to be raw stuff like this.
Yeah, what's wrong?
It's just who I am.
Unrehearsed and raw.
So if this is truly a conversation, then I say let the conversation begin.
That is so... It's so... unbelievably rehearsed. Also, the chanting and this music while that was happening, really good ambient noises. Who is that? Someone said that's Garth Brooks, one of the highest selling musical artists of all time. Definitely did not go for the head there, but it's fine. And the dead zone on this controller is making this kind of weird, but I got it. Man, I love this cult shit so much. This is such a good setting for Resident Evil. Who would have thought? Cool sacrifice of meat. Is it Ashley? All those guys had gems? Oh. Oh, so if I got all of them, I would have gotten all their treasures. Fuck. Could have grenaded them.
Well, I guess it's too late now. I don't like that.
Okay, I'm gonna try this one more time because I want to have fun. I want the conversation to begin. Anyone looking to join a religion? I mean, yeah, religion. Not a cult. I hear this church is accepting new patrons. Someone raised the good point, why would anyone join this church? I don't think anyone here had a choice. I think they just, like, put parasites in the drinking water. But maybe there's some, like, good things. Maybe there's some benefits. What could be good about joining this particular religion / cult? What would you... what do you get from it? Like, tax exempt, free games, great style, endless meat, weight loss, free healthcare. Yeah, that's true. Just more parasites. Not giving a shit anymore. Oh, that's a good one. Think about it. You could trade all the shit you give for no shit given. Like, none. You just have to have, like, parasites, and you have to be, like, a sycophant, and, you have to be completely loyal to the church, otherwise, you get murdered. You don't take shits, you only give shits. You just saw all this happen.
Welcome.
This merchant's seen some shit. Expect Vine Cult emote soon. No, I'm serious. It's being it's awaiting approval. Vine Cult says we've always been here. Someone in chat named themselves fucking Vine Cult. The only thing I want from Vine Cult is just be good to yourselves and each other. Ha ha ha. You can laugh, you can cry. Why would I do that? What was the point of me shooting that barrel? Human sacrifices? Yeah. Those are fine. You can do those if you want. Wait, I mean, you as a human make a sacrifice to be a better person, right? That's what you mean? Can we put pineapple on pizza? That's instant expulsion from the cult. You just call me El Yacht Vinard. That's gonna be my cult leader name. My name is El. How you doing? What about chicken nuggets on pizza? I'll allow it, but you can't call it pizza. Cheeserino? You can call it, Beeschurger? No, what can you call it? Nagitsa. That's good. I didn't know Uncle Fester joined the cult! Oh, this is another benefit. You get fucking machine guns. When you join this cult. Is that John Cleese? No, not really, but wow. What a face. It's Cleese-like. It's Cleese-ish. Let me hop on there. Let me shoot. I want to shoot. I want to shoot. Yeah. Yeah. I want to shoot. It won't be long. Yeah. It won't be long. Oh, fuck. Oh, no. This VOD is gonna get muted. The FCC is gonna remove my stream from the internet because I quoted some lyrics from a Beatles song. I'm dead. That's it. Stream over. Go home, everyone. Vine VOD is necessary? How did... Well, wait a minute. What would you even... I know I'm trying to go someplace specific. I just don't know where. How would you even illustrate Vine VOD? Just Mike Love or a mute symbol? Well, we already kind of have a volume thing. Ringo? Well, Ringo isn't really... You know, that's all joking. I'm going to take you down! Like, that's not real. Mike Love will actually do that. That's right, no, Ringo is not real. Really?! Forgot about those fuckers. Good shots. Nice shots. Hey man, nice shot. Oh, it is also a requirement. I can say that word. It's a requirement of this particular cult to make creepy noises. Can I still dab? Nope, removed. Remember, if you start dabbing unironically, or rather ironically, you will start dabbing whatever. Wasn't worth it. I tried. I also, oh man, so when I say things wrong, which happens from time to time, I happen to be an imperfect being, and I sometimes say words improperly. Sometimes on purpose, sometimes accidentally. But when I do that, people, they post English major, lol. And, I just think back to my days as an English major where we had speak good class. Oh, those were the days. We would just say words out loud over and over and over again until we could speak good class. Public speaking classes, I did take a couple of those. I told the story about how my friend... So I had to do a public speaking assignment where I told a story, right? And it wasn't supposed to be like a joke story or a funny story necessarily. It was just a story. You could make it up. It could be a story about your life. Or maybe, something that you've heard. Like, say, if you want to summarize The Hobbit. You know, make it interesting and engaging for the audience if they've never read The Hobbit. So it was one of those things. Alright, so... I procrastinate the assignment. I decided that, I wasn't gonna think about it until the day of. Day of comes because I'm an asshole. And I decided to tell a story about how my friend, at the time, who now looks like a hot dog, ate a lit blunt because he thought the cops were coming, but it was a Range Rover. Just fucking, like, swallowed that shit. Yeah, no, I mean, there was almost the full blunt. Like, he just ate a lit blunt because we were in his car, And, you know, obviously I don't condone the use of cannabis, of course, unless it's legal in your state. Thanks, guys. That was nice. Thanks for the rocket. It's very confusing, you know, because it is legal in some places. Anyway, the point is, this was, you know, college years. Not even, no, this was the beginning of college life for me. You know, we were in his car and he had the silver reflector up, because he thought that, you know, that would be inconspicuous. Just a bunch of smoke coming out of a car with a fucking reflector so that, you know, the sun reflector. And yeah, I mean, he just saw some lights, and I guess he took the first couple hits, and he got really paranoid, and he saw the lights, and he just ate the thing. No one told him to do it. We just watched in awe. It was like in slow motion. I can still recall how it looked. Like, my memory's shit, but I have all the details. Just straight up ate the thing, lit end first, and then swallowed it. And chewed a little bit, too. Like, what was he chewing on? No, because what it looked like was that he just gulped. He went like this. So then he started chewing. I think what he probably had some, like, bud in his mouth still, or like some paper or something. So I told the story in public speaking class. So this is a story within a story. I told the story, and of course the class was, you know, they enjoyed it. They were into it. They thought it was funny. Teacher, not so much. I got spoken to after class, but not like in a bad way. It was more like, listen, you did a good job, but this wasn't supposed to be a story about that. I was like, oh, well, you know, the class liked it. I thought it was pretty good. And then the crazy thing is, well, actually the cool thing is that the teacher laughed about it, and then we just both went our own way. That was it. And then everybody clapped, and his name was Albert Einstein. Yep. Why did I tell that story? Well, that was my experience with public speaking class. I was on a plane. All of them clapped. B+ story. I did better than that in public speaking class. I got an A in that class, son. Let's talk about what we're here on this planet for, which I've concluded, as of yesterday, is to give sewers poop. Nope. No, you don't. No, you fucking don't. How? They survived shotgun blasts. Some of them. I did survive a rocket. Yeah, that's true. Okay, good point. Good point. Leon can survive a rocket. A crow can survive a blast. From a distance, too. But, yeah, I like these little quiet moments in between the action, where you just get to look around and, you know, get some ambience. Shoot some crows if you want. Whatever you want to do. It's just a nice... Whoa. Crow pathing. Yeah, the pathing in this game is tighter than a nun's pussy. And that's the cool thing about it. It's a trick. You don't know about it. You feel it, but you don't know for sure. That's what the game does so well. It really... The pacing is so good that you don't notice it. I guess you could say you're none the wiser. Hey? For some reason, I always get this hedge maze confused with Castlevania 64's hedge maze, which is an exercise in frustration and farts. It's like a dude chasing you with a chainsaw in that maze. Had to be done! Dinner's ready. Oh my god. Oh, fuck off! Dessert. Dessert! To cherish our remaining years.
Only eggs can sustain me.
Marge. Mar. I can do some voices better than I usually can if I just put my mind to it. Right? So I can only say Marge as Homer and make it sound somewhat like Homer, otherwise it's just gonna fall apart and turn into a disaster, as it usually does. Bart, my boy! See? You see what I mean? I tried. I really tried. Bart! Well, boy... Wait. Jesus. Oh no, I remember this room. I have vivid memories of this room. Oh, fuck. Yeah! Yeah! Whoa! Ah! Ooh! You won't know where I am as long as I don't run or shoot. I was gonna say, this better be the fucking Holy Grail. But, not quite. An emergency grenade? Yeah, there's emergency grenades everywhere. The owners of this castle were very, very paranoid. Good thing they didn't hear that. Oh, there's a dude at the door! Eat peen. If something looks like a dick, vaguely, is it peenish? Oh yeah, oh that's fun. Oh that's fun. That's some good nightmare fuel right there. Kneecap death. In case of emergency, break glass for RPG. Oh, okay, we'll get ready for, Tetris. Wow. Perfect fit. Oh, I see knife not good enough for you.
What are you, boy? Is that all, stranger? Is that all? Thank you.
Man, after all the Tetris I did... Where did he keep that?
Now that I have the sample,
That was a
it will
penis.
serve me no purpose.
I like that he has a meat staff. A living meat staff.
Researcher.
Lewis! Lewis!
I knew you for 20 minutes! At most! I mean, Lewis is a cool character, you just don't see him a whole lot in Resident Evil 4. You see him a couple times, he disappears for a while, he shows up, he disappears, and then stabbed by a fucking spiked dick. So wait a minute, they had Ashley this whole time in that spot, and no one came to get her? No one. My name Leon Kennedy. Only know how to shoot. Solve problem with shoot gun. Sorry, Ashley. Did you get a little singed? What the fuck? I shot your boot. That's the good end. That's the good ending. Oh, why would I do that? Alright. Alright. Yeah, you get to play as Ashley now. Ambitious game design. Suddenly these creepy, slow fuckers are terrifying. Yep. You can just do that, and then you as Ashley can stand in the fire.
Mátalo.
Yeah. Matano. Matalo. Sorry, matalo. What does that mean? Kill them? Okay, thanks. It's kill him. Okay, so they didn't record a line for the Ashley bits. And no chat. No, not Ashley's bits. Ashley bits. The parts where you play... Butler's memo. Knowing that Sir Ramon Salazar has no family, Lord Sadler must have used his strong faith and Los Illuminados to his advantage to talk Senor Salazar into undoing the seal of the Los Plagas once done by his ancestor. All butlers speak like that. Butler. Dweeb. Do you want to get a butler? Yes, father. Go to bed, Vinny. Yeah, I know. Would anyone actually want to live in a castle, though? Think about how drafty they would get. How much work it would take. You know, you'd need a staff. Just too big. I mean, maybe like a mini castle. Like a small, like a fort. That's fine. I could live in a fort. I don't think I would want to live in a castle. I'm sure the castle life would suit others. There are people who are born for castles. I don't think I'm a born castle liver. Vinny, you're starting to sound senile. Starting? But like, think about how drafty they get. Like, you have to, you know, find ways to pipe heat throughout the whole thing. You know, I bet they get real damp. They retain moisture. They're more susceptible to hauntings. Apparently, ghosts like hauntings in castles more. You know, I watched a couple episodes of Ghost Hunters back in the day. I'm telling you, man, those ghosts, they love castles. You gotta have some history in them, though. You gotta, like, find a way to make the history. You know, this game could just use... We here at Capcom, we just feel like the game could use more slide puzzles. Wait, Mr. Capcom, Capcom, that's good. Crapcom, Jom, do you mean maybe we can make and design an original puzzle for this section? One that might both be interesting and fun for the player and fit in with the game's overall aesthetic and feel better? Nah. Nah, we want puzzles. Slide puzzles. Yeah. They're just wonderful slide puzzles. Aren't they just nice? Aren't they just so good? Man, that John Crapcom was sure on his game. He was like, yo, get them slide puzzles in that one section. Player might get bored of all the fun shooting. The Wind Waker slide puzzle prepared you for this? The Wind Waker slide puzzle was a nightmare. They used to have these Halloween parties at my school, you know, from like 1st to like 5th grade. I remember these Halloween parties, and they would have these little shitty toys that you could just take. And every year, it was the same, like, ghost slash pumpkin slide puzzle. Every fucking year. Do you ever think, like, for a minute, a ghost could be merging with you? Like, right now? Because if they're real, and they just, like, pass through, you know, and they're just, like, floating all around. What if on their way. Like a ghost just merges with you briefly. Cool. And I just got an update saying GeForce Game Ready driver is available. So if you complete this chapter in the game, you get a new driver for your video card. Same? We all got it? What'd I tell you about ghosts? There could be a ghost passing through all of us right now, and we would never know. Unless NVIDIA told us. The goodly ghost of updates. This is a ghost that watches out for your computer. Just to make sure everything's cool. As I've said before, ghosts, you know, very wildly inconsistent from report to report. Aliens too, but ghosts especially. There's no good rules on what a ghost can do and what its abilities are. And that's the thing that's frustrating and scary. It's like, well, you know, I need to know what you can do, ghost, so, I mean, if I'm gonna be afraid of you, at least give me some idea of what to be afraid of. Oh, you got a chirp? That was a ghost.
Why don't you do us all a favor and leave before the audience gets pissed off?
You're nothing but an extra in my script, so don't get too carried away.
Leon's a dork, and Salazar is almost as big of a dork.
What are you buying?
I'm gonna save here, though, and come back to this, because I think I did about 2 hours. I want to do some Gungeon tonight. I started a bit late, which is unfortunate, but... Can I just tell you... I love this game. No? You didn't want me to tell you that? Okay. Who doesn't? There's probably some people that don't like this game. There's gotta be like 3 or 4 people that are out there that are just like, nah. Nah, I don't like Leon. I don't like his stupid haircut. He looks too much like Vinny. Alright, thanks everybody. Thanks for watching.